Joining us for more on today's report is World Focus regular Marcus Mabry, the international business editor for the New York Times. Welcome back to the program, Marcus.
Thanks for having me.
So why don't you tell us what is a rare earth metal and why should we, here in the United States, care about this report?
Well, rare earth minerals are minerals that are, as one would suspect, rare, much rarer than things like iron ore, which is found much more plentiful. And a huge amount of it is located in China. They are used today, and it's a whole class of minerals and elements. They're used today in everything from your BlackBerry to thin solar panels to especially the huge, massive wind turbines. They have high strength magnets, actually, are made largely of rare earth minerals.
Right. And so why should we be concerned about this? It seems to me, well, these are China's minerals. They produce over 90% of them. They want to hold on to them. Why is that of concern to the rest of the world?
It's of concern in particular, I think, to manufacturers of these products, this whole gamut of products, who don't happen to be in China. If you want access to these on the world market, China has always had a very tight control. And now there's a new Ministry of Information and Technology in China that's proposing that China actually restrict the control even greater, to a greater amount on these minerals. And that actually is going to mean a lot of manufacturers, if they actually want to continue to increase production, things like the Toyota Prius engine, for instance, uses these. They're going to have to locate more of their factories in China.
So this seems like a very smart business decision by China. But I guess at the same time, they also want to develop their own green industry. China, of course, has been criticized for polluting through its coal-fired industry. And this, I guess, is an example of them showing us, OK, we're trying to develop our green industry. How do these metals, these rare earth metals, play into developing its environmental movement and its green industry?
Well, China has already become a world leader in wind turbines, for instance. It's also become a world leader in solar panel production. The ultra-thin new generation of solar panels use these rare earth minerals, for instance. They also have military applications, things like the guidance and laser-guided missiles. But China has decided that they do want to be on the cutting edge of this kind of green revolution, industrial revolution. President Obama said the United States wants to export its green technology, but China actually is some ways ahead of the United States in this regard.
And are we sharing technology with China? I mean, or are we sort of jealously possessing what we have? So in a way, we can't blame the Chinese for wanting to hold on to their technology.
You certainly can't blame the Chinese for wanting to hold on to their technology. They have a developed, and again, a more developed green technology plan than the United States does at this point. And it's just another example of this kind of changing hierarchy in the global economy.
Okay, and what other rare metals is China stockpiling in addition to these metals that we've been talking about?
Well, in particular, it's the non-rare metals, things like iron ore. China is really trying to get kind of corner of the world market on iron ore.
Is it getting this stuff cheaply because of the global recession?
Absolutely. Whereas there was a huge commodity run-up in prices, the commodities have collapsed in many places, and China is taking advantage of that to stockpile. There's some evidence that China is stockpiling things like oil as well, because China needs it in order to keep growing its economy. It is the major economy in the world is growing faster than any other at this point, and it needs the natural resources to do that.
All right, Marcus Mabry, good to see you again. Thank you very much for your insights, as always.
Thank you for having me.